Hello, everyone. Today we're talking about family and work as a form of betrayal and how that shows in the home. So, previously, I had done a video of how clutter is one of the five types of betrayal. In Feng Shui, we talk about five elements and five personality types, and those are connected to the ways in which people feel betrayed. So, people are going to have a perception of how they're being betrayed that is dependent on their personality type. The same action that a person makes to one person, it's a deal breaker that has the potential to end the marriage, or it's just a conflict, or to another person is nothing. So, talking about family and work, this is a very common example. A spouse or a husband or wife that when they say my family, they don't mean the family they are raising with you. They mean the family they came from, the family where they grew up, their parents and siblings, right? And it's not just limited to that, to just using those expressions, but it's also how they spend their time and how much work they put into things. And for example, I know this gal that her husband does this. When he says my family, he still means his parents and his siblings. And whenever anybody in his original family needs something, like if the sisters need something, if the parents need something, he runs to help them. If they need a ride, if they need something fixed in the house. And so this is a form of betrayal. Now, for this gal that I'm mentioning, it's not a huge conflict to her. It's just a nuisance she deals with. But she doesn't feel like this is a deal breaker. For another person, that would be a deal breaker, and it depends on what their personalities value. Another example of betrayal through family is with exes. So I know this gal that tells me whenever something breaks at the home of the husband's ex, he runs to fix it. And then she'll say, why didn't you come for dinner? And he said, oh, the dishwasher broke and I had to go fix it. Right. And she's like, why are you fixing things in your ex's home? That doesn't make any sense. And he'll say, well, it's also my children's dishwasher. I didn't go to fix her dishwasher. I went to fix the children's dishwasher. Right. Now, again, for some people, this will be logical. He wants to save money, but he's seen things that he can fix, and he's doing it for his children. He's not doing it for the ex. But for another person, that would be considered a huge betrayal. The fact that he keeps going to the ex's home and spending time with her, and that is a huge issue for some people. There is always a connection between these foggy lines between what is your family and your family of origin, what is the family that you are creating with your new spouse and the family that you were previously creating with an ex. There's always going to be a relationship with work. How is the energy and the time of this person spent, right? And so if you are a certain personality type. And for you, connection and intimacy are really important. Attention and quality time are really important. You're really going to resent that husband who will spend time fixing things at the ex's home. And if your personality is also focused on productivity, it might not bother you so much as long as everything is functioning really well in your home. But if things are not working well in your home, if things need to be repaired in your home and your spouse is going to fix things in the house where he grew up, where the parents live, or for siblings, or for an ex, if they go fix things there, put their time and energy into making other places run really well, but not your own home, then you might feel very resentful about that. So there are these five ways in which spouses or longtime partners betray each other. They are each related to the five elements. The five elements are water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. And so the five elements value different things. For example, the money personality type values money. The Earth personality type values connection, communication between two people more than anything. The fire personality type values social life and looks. So, depending on your personality type, you are going to have a tendency to betray other people in a particular way. And you're also going to feel more or less betrayed by the things your spouse or your long-term partner does to you. If you live with a person for long enough and you have a deep enough relationship with them, eventually there's going to be some kind of betrayal. And strong marriages are not marriages where they're able to keep the love alive. Love grows every day. The more you live with a person, barring cases of abuse, the more you live with that person, the more attached you get to them, the more you love them. Keeping love alive is the easy part. The hard part is to figure out how to stay together after a betrayal has happened. So, do you have mechanisms for forgiveness, for reparations of the relationship after some kind of betrayal has happened? I want to invite you to learn more about this and to learn where you can see that betrayal is happening in the home, because a person can lie, but the home never lies. So I'm teaching a class called The 5 Forms of Betrayal in a Marriage, and we're going to have the link. And in this class, I'm going to talk about the 5 personality types, the 5 things they value, the 5 forms of betrayal, and the places where this shows in your home. So that by reading your home, you can get a true assessment of the condition of your relationship. So again, work, family, and time, they're one type of betrayal in a marriage that are connected, right? How the person relates to their family of origin, how they relate to excess, how much time and energy they devote to making things run well in your home and in other places. And of course, when you're talking about betrayals of family and work, you also have to include working too much. So for some people, for a lot of people, actually in the United States, they're encouraged to think that they're a good person, that they're a good partner if they work a lot. And a lot of people take this as an excuse to overwork. So they end up working too much. And through working, taking away the time they spend with their partner, and taking away the time they spend with the children, and taking away the time that the house needs to function properly. And so this is another kind of betrayal. And people who work a lot, they may need to work a lot, right? But sometimes they choose to work a lot because it is easier to overwork than to confront and face problems and conflicts at home. So sign up for the class so you can learn more about this. And not just, it's not a gotcha kind of class, like I'm going to find out how my spouse is betraying me or if they are betraying me. But it's more of a figuring out of what works to have a marriage, a couple, a partnership have long-term duration by learning how to overcome the little and bigger betrayals that happen in a marriage. Because if you are with somebody for long enough, in a deep enough relationship, eventually there's going to be some kind of betrayal. Sign up for the class and I look forward to seeing you then.